You know that sinking feeling in your stomach. You're scrolling and scrolling, and there it is. Your last message, sitting there, delivered. Maybe even stamped with that soul-crushing read receipt, but totally unanswered. His name, which used to be pinned right at the top of your chats, is now sinking lower and lower, like a slow, painful descent into digital oblivion. It's a modern kind of quiet torture, isn't it? That silence, it's deafening, and it screams 1,000 questions you're almost too afraid to ask. Did I say something wrong? Is he with someone else? Was I just imagining things? Your first instinct, the one we've all been trained to have by 1,000 rom-coms, is to fix it. To close that distance. You feel this frantic urge to send a follow-up text. Maybe a casual meme. Or a, hey, just checking in. Or maybe you start typing out a long, heartfelt paragraph, ready to pour all your anxiety onto the screen, just hoping for some kind of reassurance. Any sign that you didn't just make up the connection you felt. Stop. Put the phone down. Take a deep breath. Because almost everything your panic brain is telling you to do right now is wrong. It's the very thing that will likely push him further away and cement his silence. Today, we're not going to learn how to chase. We're not going to workshop the perfect witty text to win him back. No. Today, you're going to learn a totally different approach. It's so powerful that it doesn't just get his attention. It can shift the entire dynamic of your interaction. You're going to learn how to act in a way that makes you the one who seems a little distant, a little unattainable, and completely magnetic. You're going to learn that when a man ignores you, the right response isn't to chase him, but to build a world so captivating that he'll have no choice but to try and get back into it. Let's start now. Section 1. The Psychology of Repulsion. Why Chasing Backfires. Before we get into the how, we need to understand the why. Why does chasing, which feels so proactive, so solution-oriented, seem to backfire so spectacularly? The answer is rooted in some pretty basic human psychology. It's all about perceived value and the dynamics of desire. Think about it in the simplest terms. People are often drawn to what feels valuable, and we tend to perceive things that are a bit scarce or require some effort as more valuable. It's the reason a goal you worked hard for feels more satisfying than one that was just handed to you. This isn't about playing games. It's a fundamental principle of human motivation. In the world of attraction, this often translates to a dynamic of pursuit. Now, these aren't rigid rules, and they don't apply to everyone. But a common pattern is that one person enjoys the process of earning another's affection. When you flip into full-on chase mode, double texting, constantly initiating, demanding to know why he's quiet, you can inadvertently short-circuit this dynamic. You're essentially communicating a few things, and none of them are great. First, you're signaling neediness. You're saying, my happiness depends on your reply. Your attention is so important to me that I will keep chasing you to get it. This can instantly lower your perceived value. Instead of being the prize, you become the person running the race. Second, you remove the challenge and the mystery. People are often drawn to a sense of wonder. When you lay all your cards on the table and make yourself constantly available, there's nothing left for him to wonder about. There's no space for him to miss you. You've answered all the questions for him. By over-communicating, you risk becoming predictable, and predictability is the enemy of desire. Think of it like this. Your attention is a currency. When you give it away for free to someone who isn't investing back, you devalue your own currency. You're basically telling him, my attention isn't worth much. You don't even have to work for it. Here, have all of it. A woman who values herself understands that her attention, her energy, and her time are precious. They are gifts to be earned, not things to be demanded. Now, let's be fair. Many men pull away for reasons that might have little to do with you at first. He could be stressed with work, dealing with personal stuff, or maybe things just got intense a little too fast for him. Some people pull back when they feel pressure, using distance to regain a sense of control. But when you react with panic and pursuit, you risk confirming his fears. Your chasing can feel like pressure, which might be exactly what he was trying to get away from. So, the first and most critical thing to understand is this. Chasing is rarely a strategy for connection. It's often a recipe for repulsion. It can signal low value, kill mystery, and apply pressure. The moment he ignores you and you feel that urge to chase, you have to recognize it for what it is, a miscalculation, and you have to choose to do the opposite. Section 2. The Art of the Void, Mastering Strategic Silence. So what's the opposite of chasing? It's the deliberate, powerful, and strategic use of silence. But let's be crystal clear about what this means. This is not the silent treatment. This isn't about punishing him or playing childish games. This is not a bitter, angry silence where you're secretly fuming and checking your phone every 30 seconds. This is a silence of realignment. It's about creating a void. It's a funny quirk of the human psyche that we really notice when something is suddenly gone. When you abruptly stop your pattern of communication, you create a pattern interrupt. He might be expecting you to chase. He may have been conditioned to believe that when he pulls back, a woman leans in. He could be subconsciously waiting for the double text or the worried phone call. When you give him nothing, you defy those expectations. You create a void where your energy used to be. And in that void, questions start to form in his mind. Wait, where did she go? Why isn't she reacting? I thought she was really into me. Did I read that wrong? Your sudden silence leaves the interaction as an open loop in his mind. He can't just mentally file it away as done because your expected reaction is missing. That unresolved question will take up space in his head, and he'll be far more likely to think about you than if you had just sent another message he could easily ignore. So how do you master this art of the void? First, you commit to true radio silence. That means no double texting, not after a day, not after 3 days. Let your last message be the last word, period. No accidental calls. We all know the move, calling and immediately hanging up, pretending it was a butt dial. Don't do it. It's transparent and it just looks desperate. No reacting to his social media. Don't like his new photo. Don't be the first person to watch his stories. In fact, do yourself a favor and mute him for a while so you aren't tempted and you can have some peace. Become a ghost on his digital radar. No posting cryptic, sad, or passive-aggressive stuff. No song lyrics about being ignored. No I know my worth posts. Your actions should scream your worth. You don't need to announce it. Posting things like that just shows him that his silence is in fact getting to you. The goal of this strategic silence isn't just to make him wonder. It's to give you a chance to break your own addiction to his validation. Every time you resist the urge to check up on him, you're taking a piece of your power back. You are retraining your brain to find its center of gravity inside yourself, not in his response time. For at least a couple of days, do nothing. Let the silence stretch. This isn't about giving him a taste of his own medicine. It's about signaling emotional stability and self-control. People are instinctively drawn to those who seem calm under pressure. Your composure is incredibly attractive because it shows that your world doesn't revolve around him. It shows that you have a high degree of self-respect. This silence is your first move. It's the empty stage you're creating. And in the next step, we'll talk about what you're going to put on that stage. Because the void is only powerful if you're using that time to fill your own life with something way more interesting than waiting for a text. The silence isn't the main event. It's just the opening act for your spectacular comeback. Section 3. Reclaim your energy. Pour it back into yourself. Okay, so the strategic silence is your foundation. This next part is the skyscraper you build right on top of it. A man can't miss you if you haven't really gone anywhere. And going somewhere doesn't just mean disappearing from his phone. It means disappearing into a life that is so vibrant and genuinely joyful that his presence becomes a minor detail. This is the most important part of the whole strategy. You have to reinvest all that anxious, obsessive energy you were about to spend on him and pour it right back into yourself. This is not about faking it. I'll say it again. This is not about curating a fake, happy life on social media just to make him jealous. While a side effect might be that he sees you and gets intrigued, the main goal here is you. You have to genuinely detach from the outcome with him and re-engage with your own life. Why? Because authentic, self-generated happiness is one of the most magnetic qualities a person can have. Neediness pushes people away, but genuine fulfillment draws them in. So what does this actually look like? It means you take a brutally honest look at how much of your mental real estate you were giving this guy, and you reclaim it. Make a list. Right now. What have you been putting off? Who have you been meaning to call? What have you been wanting to do? That's your new mission. Reconnect with your people. Don't just text your friends. Call them. Make actual plans. Go out to dinner. Host a game night. Surround yourself with people who love and appreciate you. Let their energy remind you of who you were before you started waiting for a text. Dive into your hobbies or get a new one. That pottery class you scrolled past? Sign up. That book on your nightstand? Go read it in a park. Dust off your guitar. Go for a hike. Join a running club. Take a dance class. Do something that engages your mind and body and gives you a sense of accomplishment. Focus on your goals. Pour that energy into your career. Tackle that project you've been procrastinating on. Start that side hustle you've been dreaming about. When you're focused on your own purpose, the drama of a man ignoring you starts to feel really, really small. Invest in real self-care. And no, not just bubble baths, though those are great. This is about nurturing your whole self. Go to the gym and sweat out your frustration. Try a meditation app to calm your mind. Cook yourself a beautiful, nutritious meal. Organize your apartment. When you treat yourself like you're precious, you send a powerful message to the world about how you expect to be treated. Section 4. Broadcasting your new reality the right way. Now, let's talk about sharing this new reality. The key is to be subtle. You're not putting on a show for an audience of one. You're just living your life, and sometimes it'll naturally spill over onto your social media. Don't. Post a selfie with the caption, "Living my best life without you." Do. Post a group photo with your friends, laughing, captioned, "Good for the soul." Don't. Post a video of you at a bar, looking around like you're searching for someone. Do. Post a picture of a gorgeous cocktail with a caption like, "Finally tried this place." You're broadcasting a message, but it's not, "Look at me, don't you miss me?" The message is, "My life is full and exciting. I am the source of my own happiness." This creates a powerful sense of intrigue. He sees you're not at home waiting. You're thriving. Your life didn't pause. It actually seems to have sped up. This shift is huge. You move from a position of lacking something to a position of abundance. You're no longer a woman waiting to be chosen. You're a woman with a full life and a full heart, who is now deciding who is worthy of her time. He's no longer the center of your universe. He's a distant planet you might choose to visit if you feel like it. And this isn't just an act. After a few days of genuinely pouring energy back into yourself, something amazing will happen. You'll actually start to feel better. The anxiety will fade. You'll remember how fun and capable and whole you are, all on your own. You'll start to mean it. And that's when the real magic happens. Because when he does eventually reach out, and he probably will, he won't find the same anxious waiting girl. He'll find a woman radiating confidence, peace, and a subtle vibe of, "I'm great with or without you." And that is a challenge that's hard to resist. Section 5. The critical moment. How to handle his return. After a period of your strategic silence and genuine self-investment, it's very likely to happen. Your phone lights up. It's him. It might be a simple, low-effort, "Hey," or a reply to one of your stories. Or it could be a more direct, "Hey, sorry, been swamped." This moment is critical. Everything you've done, the silence, the self-investment, the power you've reclaimed, can be wiped out with a single, needy response. How you react right now will determine whether you slide back into the old dynamic or establish a new, more powerful frame going forward. The first rule here is, don't show your hand. Don't let him see you were waiting or worried, or that his text is the highlight of your week. Your goal is to project an aura of cool, calm confidence. You are pleasant, but also busy, and just a little detached. Here's what you absolutely do not do. Don't reply immediately. You've been living your amazing life, remember? You're not sitting by your phone. Give it at least 20 minutes, maybe even a few hours. Making him wait a little shows his message isn't your top priority. Don't respond with over-the-top enthusiasm. No OMG, it's so good to hear from you. I was so worried. This gives away all your power. Don't ask him where he's been. Don't launch into "where were you?" or "why did you ignore me?" This is accusatory and puts you right back in the chasing position. Let him explain himself if he wants to. Instead, your strategy is to mirror his energy, but with a touch of warmth and indifference. You're friendly, but you're not overly invested. You're a woman with options and a full life. Let's walk through some scenarios. In scenario 1, he sends a simple "hey." The wrong response is, "Hey, how are you? I was wondering when I'd hear from you." A right response after a while is, "Hey, what's up?" Or even better, "Hey, just wrapping up at the gym. What's up?" In scenario 2, he sends an excuse text like, "Hey, sorry for the silence. Work has been absolutely insane." The wrong response is, "It's okay. Don't worry about it at all. I totally get it. When are you free?" The right response is, "No worries. I get it. This week has been crazy for me too. Hope you're surviving." See the difference? The right response is understanding, but not a doormat. It accepts his excuse, but also immediately frames you as an equal by mentioning your own busy life. In scenario 3, he replies to your story of you at a concert with friends saying, "Looks like fun." The wrong response is, "It was amazing. You should have come." The right response is, "It was an incredible show. We had the best time." The right response is positive and engaging, but it doesn't immediately try to pull him into your world. It conveys that your fun was complete without him. The subtext of your response should always be, "Nice to hear from you. My life is going great. Your message is a pleasant part of my day, but it's not the main event." After this initial exchange, let him lead. If he wants to see you, let him be the one to ask. And when he does, you're not going to jump at the first chance. You're going to check your very busy schedule. This isn't about being difficult. It's about respecting your own time and reinforcing the new reality. You are a high-value woman whose time must be earned. By handling his return with grace and a touch of indifference, you don't just get his attention back. You command his respect. And respect is a much better foundation for attraction than fleeting interest. Section 6. Solidifying the frame. Advanced moves to command respect. Okay, you've navigated his return with cool, confident grace. He's back in the picture and the conversation is flowing. But now you face a new danger, slipping back into the old pattern where he thinks he can just vanish and reappear whenever he feels like it. This is where you can use some more advanced moves to solidify your new high-value position. It's about setting the frame, not with nagging or ultimatums, but with playful challenges and subtle boundaries. The goal is to communicate your standards without having to state them in a heavy, confrontational way. You're showing him, not telling him, that you're not a doormat. One technique is the playful challenge, which uses humor to set a boundary and turn a potential power struggle into a fun, flirty game. For instance, if he texts a low effort, "You up?" late on a Friday, instead of saying, "Yes, where are you?" A teasing response like, "Ha ha ha, now is this you asking me on a proper date or just checking if I'm available at your beck and call?" Calls out the low-effort move with humor and introduces the idea of a proper date. Another technique involves indirect social cues. If he vanishes and reappears, you can later say something light like, "You know, it's funny. My friend joked the other day that you must be some kind of secret agent with the way you disappear. I told her you're probably just busy saving the world. What should I tell her next time you go MIA?" This frames his behavior in a funny, non-accusatory way and playfully puts the ball in his court. Finally, you should reward good behavior. When he does take the hint and plans a proper date in advance, like, "Hey, would you be free to go to that Italian place you mentioned on Thursday night? Say 8 p.m. You respond with enthusiasm. Wow, a man with a plan. I love that. Thursday at 8 sounds perfect. I'm already looking forward to it. This positive reinforcement actively trains him on how to win your time and affection. By using these techniques, you're no longer just a passenger in the dating dynamic. You're the one setting the tone. You're communicating that you're a fun, confident woman with standards. This makes you infinitely more intriguing than a woman who just accepts whatever crumbs of attention come her way. You're becoming the prize, and he'll either step up to the challenge of winning you or he'll see himself out. Either way, you win. Section 7. The ultimate filter. What if he never comes back? We have to address the big, scary question that's probably been hiding in the back of your mind. It's the fear that keeps so many of us trapped in the cycle of chasing. But what if I do all this? What if I go silent, focus on my life, and he just never texts me again? What if he's gone for good? I want you to listen to me very carefully. If that happens, it is not a failure. It is the single greatest success of this entire strategy. Let me say that again. If you pull back your energy, pour it into your own life, and he disappears forever, you have won. You haven't lost him. You have revealed him. You've successfully filtered out a man who wasn't right for you, wasn't interested enough, or wasn't ready. Think of this whole approach as a litmus test. It's a powerful diagnostic tool that reveals a man's true level of interest and character. A man who is genuinely interested and confident won't be scared off by a woman who has a life and respects her own time. In fact, he'll be intrigued. He'll be challenged. He'll rise to the occasion. The man who disappears forever when you stop chasing him is telling you everything you need to know. His interest was low. He was looking for an ego boost. He lacks emotional maturity, or he was looking for a fan, not a partner. Why would you want to invest your precious time and energy into someone who only values you when you're doing all the work? His permanent silence isn't a rejection of your worth. It's a confirmation that he isn't the right fit. He has filtered himself out, saving you weeks, months, or even years of frustration. He's given you the gift of clarity through his inaction. This is why that internal shift is so critical. If you have genuinely reinvested in yourself, his silence becomes an afterthought. You're busy with your friends. You're killing it at work. You're finding joy in your hobbies. Your happiness is no longer chained to his reply. You have built a life that is so full and joyful that a man's presence is a wonderful addition, but not a fundamental requirement. So, reframe that fear. His disappearance isn't your loss. It's your liberation. It's the system working perfectly. It clears the space for a man who will see your self-respect not as a threat, but as a standard he's excited to meet. The real goal was never just to make him come back. The real goal was to make you come back to yourself, to remind you that you are the prize. And a woman who truly knows she is the prize is never afraid of losing someone who fails to see her value. In short, if this idea of shifting your power, building unshakable self-worth, and attracting love from a place of abundance resonates with you, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We are just getting started on this journey of transforming your love life from the inside out, and you don't want to miss what's next. So let's bring it all home. That gut-wrenching feeling of being ignored is universal, but your response to it is your choice. For too long, the default advice has been to try harder, communicate more, to chase. But the truth is, the most powerful move you can make when he pulls away is to do nothing, at least nothing towards him. The strategy is to turn that focus, that energy, and that love back toward the most important person in your life. You. You create a void with strategic silence that sparks his curiosity. You pour your heart into building a life so vibrant that you become your own source of light. You learn to handle his return with a cool, playful confidence that sets a new standard for how you expect to be treated. And most importantly, you finally understand that if he never comes back, it is his loss, not yours. You've simply weeded out someone who wasn't meant for you, saving yourself so much more time and heartache down the road. This isn't about playing games. It's about changing the entire game. It's about shifting your mindset from "how do I make him want me?" to "let's see if he's worthy of me." It's about realizing that true lasting attraction isn't born from desperate pursuit. It's born from undeniable self-worth. The ultimate goal isn't to make him want you. The goal is to make you so in love with yourself and your own life that his attention becomes a pleasant bonus, not a desperate necessity. Because that version of you, the one who is whole, happy, and complete all on her own, is the most magnetic woman in any room. And that is the most attractive quality of all.